Greetings, Unfollowers. Is that a cool name for fans of this show, by the way? Yeah, that's what sticks in my head. This is Gossett, your friend, your voice of Jack, your absent father figure who hasn't come back yet from his walk to go get a pack of smokes. I'm here with some business up front. Firstly, you may have noticed that this episode is coming out 2 weeks after our last episode, unlike our usual weekly thing. Don't fret, friends. All that happened is we've changed up our release schedule a teensy bit, so look for us every 2 weeks going forward. Second, if in that absence you want to diversify your podcast adventures a little bit, and who doesn't, might we humbly offer Macintosh and Maud Haven't Seen What? A delightful movie podcast. That is my pronunciation, not theirs. Theirs is probably classier. Anyway, they just finished up a run of sports movies, one of which involving baseball, the best sport, by the name of Bull Durham. Fantastic movie. I myself had the pleasure of discussing with them on an episode. You can find that along with their other podcasts over at macintoshandmod.com and wherever good podcasts are found. They're fantastic folks, so show them some love, huh? Lastly, we too need some love from time to time, and because we are, all of us here at Unfollow the Revolution, emotionally broken people, we prefer it in the form of external validation. So share this podcast with a friend or enemy, subscribe to us on iTunes, leave us a review, throw some stars down on our filthy faces. Seriously, every little bit helps, and we appreciate it so much you don't even know. You would go mad from the revelation of comprehending how much we appreciate it. Alright, enough of my ramblings, let's get on with the show. Beep-a-dap-boop-a-boop-a-dap-o. That's a horrible song, that's why I didn't write the theme song. What are you doing, Gossett? Stop talking!
Hey America, it's 3018. The Evil Manifest Party has the whole country by the throat. But the DC-3 have had enough. Now trapped in a re-education camp, out of reach, in the lion's den, they continue to fight where we can't follow.
Like the wings of an eagle, or perhaps a phoenix from the tales of old, resurrected from the ashes, this is Unfollow the Revolution, the only podcast devoted to fighting the good fight and standing up for the little guy, even though people seem to think we're a joke, but we're totally not. I am your intrepid host, Jack, accompanied as always by my cohorts.
Well, not always, Jack, but I'm back. Prisoner designation UX813121.
And here as always, unlike some co-hosts, prisoner designation tag YOLO Johnson.
Do you even have a choice, Tag?
You know what? I hosted the last episode and I think I did a great job. So, you know what? Scoreboard.
You know, he did do okay, but the important thing, UX, I am so happy you're back. He came back to our cabin, knocked on the door. He was covered in a lot of fluids, both bodily and non-bodily, but you know, it's just like old times, you know.
I think it's a great example of the system working. You know, you paid your debt to, well, not just society, but to the Puppet Master family who owns this fine facility. To everyone else in debtor's prison, just please follow UX's example. Pull yourself up by someone else's bootstraps, and you too can regain your freedom.
I'm benefiting greatly. I'm getting great treatment here now. I guess I feel like Ransom thinks that I have a powerful mind.
Really? Okay.
And that it needs to be cultivated. I'm getting daily massages. I'm being fed Nick Cage meat from their private stock. I'm actually having a lot of my time here has become a lot better.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll get a little bit of that shine on us, maybe.
Well, once you come up with some ideas, maybe you will.
Right. So we will have a guest this episode. If you'll remember, last week I was very inconsolable because my one and only baby bird was taken from me.
But not to worry, fearless Unfollow audience. Your boy Tag is here for you. While Jack was completely inconsolable, I went out like the self-starter that I am, and I found us a guest for this episode. So he's right outside. Everyone just back away from the door, put your hands on the Freedom Bar, and welcome our next guest, a blast from the past, Clarke Browne.
Whoa!
Well, hello there, everyone.
Former Manifest secret finder, turned Manifest traitor, turned re-educated Manifest citizen.
Yes, indeed. The name is Clarke Browne. That's Clark with an E and Brown with an E. It's not Clarke Brownie, but if you call me that, I'll respect our differences.
Whoa!
Wow.
Good to see you looking chipper there, Clarke Browne. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's good to see you. You seem your hair has a very shiny pelt to it. I appreciate that.
Sure.
The smell is gone.
Yes, indeed. I learned the value of personal hygiene.
Well, that sometimes there are some unexpected benefits to being held against your will in a rehabilitation center.
Unexpected.
Pants.
No, this is exactly how it's supposed to go. This is what is expected of all of us.
So what's your excuse, Tech?
I'm working on it.
I gotta say, I respect your gumption, but you've got a little ways to go before you're an ideal Manifest citizen.
Yeah, my particular pitch was just less gravy in general, more of that more of those herbs you were talking about, less of the actual sausage gravy.
You know what? I think I had an allergic reaction to the rosemary because I gained like 25 pounds and got a heart murmur. So I
Wow.
just cut those out entirely. I'm on a full gravy milkshake diet.
You see, that's why you stay away from plants.
Yeah.
I once looked at a piece of spinach and broke out in hives.
Really?
Now I stick to the standard diet of gravy and uncooked ramen noodles, just like a good American.
I don't know. It's working for you. Maybe there is something.
Maybe
to-
maybe it's psychological.
Maybe I need some more ramen noodles and a little less gravy.
The crunch is delectable.
Wow. Well, new recipe ideas over there. Clarke, I'm so glad you can join us. As you're already familiar with our format here, we tend to go through little segments. Our first one, of course, we have some breaking news.
That
this
sounds like
week.
a humdinger.
Oh yes. We actually have two news items coming in now. Usually, I used to have more private ways of acquiring information and news. Lately, all I've been able to access is the Manifeed website. This is the website that I can only access here. However, there is some actual news. This is from the office of the President of these United States.
Well, then it'll certainly be true and accurate and fair-minded to all.
Well, I would certainly like to think so for our legal prospects. So President Chaz, in a recent interview, said that he actually does not believe the casualty numbers of Washington, D.C. are accurate.
Oh, that's wonderful for us. That means we're sort of responsible for fewer people dying.
Yeah, according to him, when he was being evacuated onto Party Blimp 1, he recalls there only being like maybe 2 or 3 people who died. He attributes anything else to old age, to bad morals, to eating too many plants, things like that.
Of course.
Which is
Buildings falling, fire, loss of infrastructure, things that have nothing to do with us or the attack.
Yeah, as he said, tide goes in, tide goes out. Can't explain it.
Can't.
So, yeah. That is interesting. I personally disagree because of things that were in front of my eyes.
Yeah,
but
that we were in direct conflict to that.
Yeah.
We were eyewitnesses and even perpetrators to the events that killed thousands.
You
mean,
must
yeah.
just be misremembering that.
Exactly. Listen, it's like I always say. When you see something with your eyes, but read something official, you always trust what you read, not what you saw or heard or did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be trying to contact some sort of journalistic source and
Nope.
explain my side.
Oh no.
No.
I just thought it was weird because we're sent in here because of audio evidence of us being like collaborators to a lot of death. So, I don't know where we're at right now on that little seesaw, but
I mean, just because no one died doesn't mean we're not guilty of murder. Wait. I mean, I know that's right. I know it sounds weird when I say it. Maybe I'm phrasing it wrong.
maybe it's in the inflection, maybe it's in the delivery.
Well, you're not a lawyer, Ted.
That's true.
That's fair.
It's
Yeah.
all legal jargon.
You can't say it folksy enough. Moving on, we have a little bit more local news going on. I'm sure you're aware of all the goings on in the camp and, our cabins always competing with each other and all that.
Of course, I may be retired, but I still know how to find secrets.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
It's more of a hobby now.
Oh, well, you got to do something for you. So in our last episode, Reginald Matlock, who we found out is one of the people here overseeing the camp, did some mental warfare on us and basically left some real scorched earth in my noggin. And I've been dealing with a lot of personal demons in that respect. I'll wake up to find notes on my chest that say, "You're in a coma, you need to wake up." And oh boy, that messes with me. So I've had enough, and I am secretly trying to rally some of the other, re-education people here into maybe doing something of like a union strike or something like that.
Oh, a prison riot.
More organized, I guess. If anyone is curious that is listening to this, because apparently no one cares because this is all a joke or whatever, this can be heard throughout the camp. If you want, just come by my cabin. I have a very poorly Xeroxed copy of my newsletter. It's called The Freedom Screech. And I lay out some ideas of, some things we can do to really turn this camp around.
When you write something on toilet paper with your own bodily fluids and then mash it against other pieces of toilet paper, that's not a Xerox.
Oh?
That's just disgusting.
Well, hey.
And please don't call it a newsletter.
Hey, I'm going to call it what I want.
Okay.
I read it, Jack.
It's a series of op-eds. How about that?
I gotta say, I think that you'd be doing yourself a real disservice. You're here to educate yourself, to better yourself. And if you decide to organize all these prisoners an orgy of burning and looting and killing and stabbing and skinning, I think that you really would be missing the benefit of being in this camp. To learn how to be a good citizen, pay your taxes, and go to work.
Well, the thing is, Clark, I've found that the best way I learn is through experience. So perhaps we should incite some sort of riot just to see what would be so wrong by doing something like that in the first place.
Good points. Very smart points.
I'd like to just point out that if a riot does occur, I want to officially go on the record saying that prisoner designation Tag Yolo Johnson had nothing to do with it.
In prisoner designation, Clarke Browne backs you up 110%.
Hey, all right, Manifest 5.
Well, Clarke Browne, or, prisoner designation Clarke Browne, once again, so delighted to have you here. I am a little curious. How did you end up over here? When we last met, you seemed pretty resilient, pretty independent. I'm just wondering what brought you into the graces of the Manifest.
Well, I spent a lot of time alone in my bunker out in the Blue Wastes. Started to become a little lonely. Watched a little bit too much improv and decided, you know what? Maybe it's time to head back into the red, see what's going on back in the civilized part of the world. I then was captured at a local waffle establishment at about 2 a.m. Turns out that they had drugged my waffles, put me in a burlap sack, found myself here, and after being here for about the last 3.5 months, I've come to realize the error of my ways, and realizing that my previous realization of the error of my ways was also an error.
Okay.
Well, you're very... You're a valuable commodity, it seems like, to the Manifest. You were a highly trained secret finder.
Indeed.
So are there plans to sort of reinstate you?
Well, I think it's on a trial basis right now. I have to prove that I've truly learned from my ways and done a complete 360, and at that point I'll be reissued my official set of spoons and I'll get to work. Possibly on you, fine gentlemen.
That would be an honor.
I look forward to the day.
Yep.
Hey, well, I'm sure it's coming around the bend.
Oh.
So,
it's just like riding a bicycle. You never really forget how to find secrets. People may think that they have them tamped down deep inside, but it's nothing a little persistence, elbow grease, and a couple of edged spoons can't find.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take away the my dessert gravy bowl with its spoon here and just put it in the sink.
That's
let
all
that
right.
Soak.
I have a few of them hidden on my person.
that's just smart, honestly. I can't fault you for that, I always try and keep a few smuggle items just on my person at any time, including extra copies of my newsletter, if you guys ever need that.
No.
Just for readings.
It's amazing how much you can hide on your body. It truly is nature's cabinets.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of cabin space in there, honestly.
Indeed.
Learned that from a lawyer I once knew, who turned out to not be a lawyer.
You know, I hate to be one to tell others how to live their lives and eat. That's clearly the manifest job. But perhaps you may want to consider switching to chicken gravy for a bit.
I don't know. Isn't that for girls?
Well, I mean, it is for girls, but there is a piece of sausage coming out of one of your pores as we speak.
It is just pushing out there, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look at this. Look at what Clarke
look at
Browne
this.
has
Clarke
become.
is magnificent.
Look
You
at this
should-
Cadillac of men right here.
You should probably follow his advice.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I'll try a little chicken gravy if that's your secret.
Absolutely.
You know, it tastes a little bit lighter,
Yeah.
so, you know, it makes you feel like you can have more of it.
Oh yeah, so if it's healthier, I can eat more then, right?
Absolutely. Eat
Okay, good.
3 times as much.
Okay, perfect.
So off the record, Clark, are
Yeah.
you when you're re-educated and
Yes.
once you're reinstated as a secret finder, what are your plans? What are you gonna do to help subvert the manifest?
Well, first off, I'm going to find all of your secrets, and I've
Okay.
heard rumors that there are possibly 1 or 2 other Unfollow prisoners here in this prison. I imagine I will interrogate them as well, find their secrets, learn where your hive of villainy is, and crush it underneath the heel of our collective boot.
Oh, that's so classic Clarke Browne. Oh, man. I gotta be honest with you.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna head down to the cafeteria and fill up my 3 gravy troughs.
I'm honestly at this point.
But chicken gravy, make sure it's chicken gravy tag.
Honestly, I'm just more mad at the mess hall for giving him his own trough at this point.
Absolutely.
Are they trying to kill him?
I don't know. I mean, it's just more of maybe he's easier to see if he's whiter. I don't understand. No, look, Clark, I'm sure that it was not an easy road being re-educated to the state that you are. You know, since we're all potentially being re-educated, do you have any tips, things that we should, you know, let ourselves be open to learning? I don't know.
Well, if you reach the point where they're trying to remove any part of you, the key is just to relax and let it happen, because the more you strain, the worse it'll be.
What if I just told them a secret? Would they not remove that?
Well, typically, the more secrets you tell, the further down on the joint they move.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, we start with 3 joints. You tell them a little secret, you get to keep 1 extra one.
Well, I've amassed a number of secrets. What if I get them out in the public before a secret finder finds me?
Well, the secret finders are always going to find you. And if they find that the secrets have already been found, why, they'll just keep digging further and further and further, because there's always more secrets to be found if you dig deep enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't even have to dig very deep at all. The secrets are just sitting on the surface level of my skin, basically. I mean, I am.
Well, we'll have to remove that
covered.
surface just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would, and, you know, forgive me if I'm overstepping my bounds here. I myself would not want to be just freely divulging information, because then, you know, you lose your bargaining platform. You got to have something to work with, right, if you're dealing with a secret finder.
It sounds like the bargaining platform are the joints of my fingers and hand.
No, yeah, I hear you, but like,
I
okay,
don't want to lose those.
Well,
yeah.
that's only in phase 1.
Yeah,
There's
like-
6 phases.
Oh, okay. What are the 6 phases? Or if you just want to, you know,
We skip around, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, spoiler alert, but
Okay.
phase 1 is, of course, the joints.
okay.
Phase 2, whisks. Yes. Phase 3 is the steel wool.
Oh,
Whatever you think it is, you're wrong.
okay.
Oh.
Phase 4 is still more spoons.
Oh, okay.
Phase 5, human cabinetry.
Oh.
And phase 6 is chamber music.
Interesting.
God,
Interesting.
save the worst for last, huh?
So the joints are on like a 3-joint system, I guess. Are there?
Well, it depends on how many secrets you have.
Well, that's so.
A
By
lot.
my
Like,
estimation,
probably triple digits, maybe quadruple at this point.
Are you double jointed?
Yeah, in every joint.
That might actually work out well for you.
Hmm.
You get a discount.
See, my thinking is there's 6 phases and we're going with like a minimum 3 each. That's only like 18 secrets. I can think of like 18 secrets ranging from like original to like extra crispy to like spicy in terms of my secrets. So would it be more advisable to go ahead and spit out the spicy secrets or to kind of work your way out as the phases go?
Well, that's really up to you. You blow the wad a little too early, then the secret finders get bored, and you don't want that.
It sounds to me like you just don't want to be on the secret finder's bad side at all. You don't want to ever get taken in.
Really, that's really about it. Just cooperate. Give them the secrets as they request them. Maybe give them a few extra ones so they feel special and loved. But really, the key is just to not have any secrets at all. You have no secrets at all, and you have nothing to fear.
What about in this camp? I feel like you are probably surrounded by some of the darkest secrets of anti-manifest beliefs.
Yeah,
Does that strain? Does that make your re-education more difficult, or is that the sort of challenge that has allowed you to become the well-educated, normal sort of manifest stooge that you've become?
Well, first off, the word stooge, that's very flattering. I didn't know if I'd reached that point yet, so thank you. No, I find that being around such a limitless pools and abysses of darkness, it merely strengthens my resolve. It really shows me how happy I am to no longer be able to make my own decisions and to wear pants. No more fiddle music. No, it strengthens my love of the manifest and my enjoyment of being told what to do.
I can see the passion in your twitches.
Yeah, I mean,
Indeed.
it's so good to see that you're very even-handed about this. Because, I mean, I know me, if I was a secret finder, amidst this just abattoir of flesh filled with juicy secrets of the most caliente variety, oh, by gum, I would do everything in my power to just tunnel down until I get to Des Moines, Iowa, you know?
Hey, guys, can you help me with the trough?
Ow.
It's hard with the...
Maybe you should drink some of that out of it first, and it'll be a little easier
I'm
to...
not ready to drink yet. The chicken gravy was a lot thicker than the sausage gravy, so they just gave me this whisk.
Oh.
And they said my trough was too dirty last time, so they gave me some steel wool to clean it out before I take it back.
Whoa.
But no, I brought enough spoons for everybody.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So we bring it in.
Yeah, all right. I got you. What was that?
Nothing, friend. I'm looking forward to sharing a meal with my pals.
Fair enough. That's fellowship right there.
You know what might help this meal go down easy?
What's that?
My homework assignment for the week.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, Clarke, as you remember, I was a manifest art sanitation expert, and, well, once I ended up here, I'm having to review all the movies I ever banned, and I have to explain why I incorrectly banned some movies that never should have been banned in the first place, apparently, so...
It's kind of like a secret. We have to figure out why the movie contains a secret.
Yeah.
We have to figure out what about it was available, should be seen by the public.
Right.
So we
You
could
have to
definitely
dig through that soft, yielding celluloid.
Exactly.
It's just yearning to be opened.
Anyway, so this is a movie, it deals with a lot of taboo subjects of, like, Americans struggling with foreign nations and the idea of other countries and
Gross.
aliens.
What?
Yeah, the dangers of aliens.
Oh, okay.
Really. But ultimately, the triumph of America. This is Predator, guys.
All right.
Grab a spoon and let me whisk this up, and we'll watch a movie.
Let's tuck in. What's up, muscle bros and tough boys? We know that you like to hit life hard, by the throat, and that's why we make only the most powerful sports performance gravy on the market.
When I'm out on the trail and I hit that 24th mile and I feel that wall coming on, I don't quit. Nah, I just reach for a smooth 18-ounce packet of Gravy Train Performance Enhancing Gravy.
And when I'm pumping iron, I always reach my limit. But then I find I dig deep in my pocket and I pull out that instant Gravy Train powder, pour it down my throat, mix it with spit, and I am re-energized. Boom, boom!
I'm a thick man with a thick man thirst. The only thing that satisfies is gravy train sliding down my gullet. It's got the sodium I need to get shit done, motherfucker.
So whether you're snowboarding off the face of Mount Rushmore, fighting for your life in a sewer, or just beating a dog, you're gonna need some sports performance gravy train. Gravy train, pull into the station.
After a long, hard day of washing dishes and clothes, sometimes I need a break. And you know what always does the trick for me? Gravy Train for Women.
Honey, your hair looks so luscious. Have I been letting you outside more often?
No, silly, it's the gravy for women.
Stop talking now.
Mom, you're crazy. Gravy's not for women.
Oh, Billy, the daddies over at Gravy Train mixed this one just for me, now with chicken. It's gravy strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman.
You're allowed to keep living here.
Gravy Train for Women. Almost as good, just like you. All right, and that was Predator.
I dig this, honestly. There was like a lot of machismo.
There's a lot of good things in it, no question.
High octane.
I mean, ultimately, what really put it over the edge for me is there are so many trees.
There are
Like, I couldn't sleep at night knowing a child might see this many trees all at once.
There's not enough faces being removed from skulls to make up for all the trees.
that is an interesting point,
In
Clark.
my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. The face ripping to tree ratio astonishingly low.
Yeah, it barely rates a 4.5 on the Schechter official face to tree ratio.
But I also think you're underestimating children. I've already seen them face to face with a number of trees, and the rage inside of these kids that we're able to sort of cultivate to have them attack nature. There's so much rage, way less fear.
Yeah.
Lot more rage in America's youth.
I'm glad that you're fostering these healthy emotions in these children. I'm proud of you, buddy.
I've really found myself in the last week.
Yeah.
It's important you never forget the first time you murder a birch.
What about the first time you murdered a birch?
Yeah.
Clark, can you tell us about that? I've never had the opportunity.
I was 3. I discovered fire the summer before, but I realized that would go too quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I tied it up to a truck, and then I drove the truck off a cliff. Took the tree with it.
You had very good motor skills.
I did.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Also, that was a highly creative way to take a tree.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have a good point. I really underestimated America's children and America's children's abilities with violence. And that's on me. That was my mistake.
And I mean, I think the context of it, because there was a lot of violence in this movie, not just violence for its own sake. There was violence against trees. And I guess
one
that
of
is
the
something.
one of the best
Yeah.
tree murdering scenes in a movie I've ever seen.
Orgiastic comes to mind.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
Like an orgy in your brain. Mm-hmm. That's the term, right?
Or
Yes.
on the screen.
All right.
Wherever.
As long as there's an orgy.
Ugh, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll everywhere.
You all right there, Clark?
I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I, for one, I liked the friendship. I liked the camaraderie between the team of folks out there. That was fun.
I like the way Americans were able to overcome an alien threat, because I think that's an important message. That sometimes people come from outside. I mean, not anymore, but apparently this used to be a big thing. People would come from outside America into America, and we had to fight them off. And I think this movie is an example of why it's so important that we have that wall.
Yeah.
And we prevent aliens from coming in. Now, it was weird. This alien seemed to come from space, and I don't know why the Space Force wasn't able to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lone alien that, like,
I guess Space Force is really looking for like a fleet, right?
Right, like Space Force is great at doing its job, but like, every now and then one is gonna slip through.
Do we know if this was before or after the space wall?
I mean, I thought the space wall was put there by God right after he made America.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of these movies you've shown us have been like weird kind of alternate universe takes on
I mean, it's
things.
all fiction.
They're also sunny. So
Yeah,
there
that
may
is
not
true.
be an additional barrier blocking out the sunlight.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. What with all the trees, blocking out God's light. That
I don't
seems-
I don't know the science of how that works.
You know what? Which is weird because the rest of it very scientifically accurate.
Yeah.
The idea of mud making you invisible.
I mean, we've all done that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was actually me when I killed my first birch.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Your the birch you killed had heat vision?
Well, I didn't want to take any chances.
You know what? Yeah.
I was 13, and I was like, today I become a man. So aside from my other things, I decided to go out on my own into the woods, and it was a tense situation. For a while, I thought about just giving up and ending it right there. Actually, if you see right here, this chest gash right here, that was when I cut my chest open and was ready to accept death. But those birches, man, they weren't having it. They wanted a slow death. So I gave them a slow death. Suffocated them.
See, I've actually held things against birches for a long time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Birches killed a number of UX model Nick Cage clones once.
They are a plague.
It
Those
fell
sons
and
of bitches.
Yeah.
I had one fall and kill 12 different UXs all at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Just boom, crushed them all.
Yeah, I killed my first birch. I was seven. But it was in Canada, so I don't think you guys would know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you 6
Hey,
or 7?
I mean, I don't.
think you have a secret here.
Yeah. I mean.
But no, I mean, like when you're killing a birch and you cut it open and you get to the squishy insides and you hear that familiar birch scream. I mean, not scream because they don't scream. They.
I'm just
gurgle?
curious, Clark, are you detecting anything odd here?
Yeah. I mean.
Well,
No,
I couldn't help but notice you mentioned Canada.
I mean, oh no, I just
Last time I checked, is not a place.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misspoke. It was just another state. You guys wouldn't. It was just far away. I mean, I was at camp, so you guys wouldn't know the birch that I killed.
just that birch.
Just that birch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you been beyond the northern wall?
But no. I just misspoke. Okay, guys, I've definitely killed a birch.
Would you hand me that whisk?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, is this like a parlor game? Are we doing like a parlor game in here? I'm a little curious about this birch that you took down. Now, afterwards, you of course took the.
I mean, it was a really good birch. Like I think it was like a model.
No.
Or something. Oh yeah, it was
Yeah?
like using like as like a tree model for other.
For what?
trees. Just for like when they needed a pamphlet for like this is what a
This
birch
is
looks
what
like.
you should murder?
Yeah, I think they use that picture.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a seat real quick, Tag?
Okay.
Why don't you just take a seat real quick.
All right.
Try to relax.
Tell us more about this birch.
Well, I just
Like a pamphlet, like a beautiful model of a
it's-
birch it was.
I mean, it was a long time ago, so I don't remember a whole lot. It had a.
What was the motto it whispered to you in its last breath? Every birch has one.
You never forget.
Yep.
That stays with you for life.
Yep.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Hand me the spoons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we didn't even get to use them. He ate all the gravy himself.
Yeah.
That's all right. You can use them when I'm done.
Tag, I mean, now's a pretty good time. If there's anything you want to tell us,
Like a secret. You're really going to hold on to
you
this?
gotta hold on to this.
No, guys,
This
I've
is-
definitely killed a birch before. All right, I'm not some kind of loser who's never killed a tree.
This is the thing. This is the thing you're going to take
Yep,
with you. Okay.
Yep, definitely. I've never killed a
Tag,
tree.
you're already short a hand and a foot. You're already at a disadvantage joint-wise. I'm just advising you.
I don't know what you guys are trying to imply.
Let me check back in with Clark here, though.
Yes,
is this
friend.
Yeah, is
How can
this
I help you?
a legally sanctioned secret finding that you're about to do?
Well, I thought that by taking the initiative, I might get put back in my old position early.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
I don't want to stand in the way of advancement.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any secrets I could tell you, though. I mean, I'm a pretty much an open book kind of guy.
You know, last time I checked in the manifest handbook, there was, I believe it was section 72.47. Traveling to other countries is impossible, but if it was possible, assuming they did exist, it would be treason.
Right. I didn't mean Canada. I just misspoke. I meant Connecticut. Yes,
No one's-
Connecticut, a faraway state that had a birch. that I went there one summer and I killed a birch.
No one says Canada accidentally. It is known.
It is known. I mean, that's fair.
It's hard to imagine Tag leaving his mom's basement without being kidnapped, but
Yeah. You know, Clarke, I see that you're in a very dominant position. Oh, there's those eyes. Huh.
Clarke, come on.
It's been a while since I've seen those eyes.
Clarke, remember your re-education. Come on, Clarke. This isn't you, man.
Oh,
Clarke.
boy.
Come on, we manifest 5'd.
There was a time when I thought about throwing UX under the bus to save my own skin, legally speaking. Oh, jeez. He beats those eyes.
Do you guys find it hot in here?
I sold David out and took his ideas so that I would survive.
Oh, boy.
I didn't kill a birch until I was 25, and it only lasted a few seconds.
These pants are so restricting.
Mine are coming off too.
What? Mine are sliding down my ankles. Clarke,
Yes, Jack.
your eyes are back, Clarke. How do you feel?
I feel good.
What do you want to do, Clarke?
I want to play the fiddle.
Did you bring it?
No, but I'm gonna have to make a new one.
Oh, dear God.
Clarke, this is great news. I'm so glad to have you back and have you back. Oh, it's so good. It's like in Predator when he started off as like a military movie and then it became a spooky alien movie and then it turned back into like a military movie. Military Clarke Browne's back.
I have reached the end of my Predator.
Now you're the Predator.
My character arc has come back full circle, and I have learned nothing.
The heel face turn has turned back into a revolving door. I like it.
Sure.
Well, I know someone in cabin 8 who would make a really good fiddle.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yep.
In the meantime, though,
No.
don't you find this place restricting?
Of course.
You're not wrong.
Every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it secure and cozy.
That's real estate agent talk, Tag.
I've realized that I've been doing things that I didn't want to do. That ends now.
Yeah?
Good for you. That's what we're here about
Yes.
at Unfollow the Revolution.
We're about it.
doing what you want to do when you want to do it.
This is totally going in my newsletter.
I've constructed an underground passageway.
Whoa, you were just doing that earlier? That's awesome.
Prior to the re-education setting in.
Oh, okay, right on.
Anyone like to join me?
Oh, guys, no. No, Clarke, don't. Oh, what a fall from grace.
Clarke, you're back, and I couldn't be happier. But I can't go with you.
What? Jack, we have a way out.
Yes, we have a way out. But what about the rest of the poor souls in here that don't know what real freedom is? I have to stay here.
Break their re-education?
Yeah,
Prison riot?
look what we did for Clarke. And that was just by Tag being a wuss and not wanting to talk. Tag, you're integral to this.
No, no, I am a good influence,
You are the
guys.
Rosetta Stone.
I am not going to be an instrument of revolution. Not again.
I am an object lesson in the manifest re-education fragility. Now it's up to you. I understand if you want to make the choice to try and turn the rest of the prison back. But if you change your mind, I will be down in the abyss behind this Kathy Island poster. Think it through.
Anytime I think of Kathy Ireland, I'll think of you, Clarke.
Strangely, I already did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Clarke, thank you so much for joining us on this transformative, orgiastic episode of Unfollow the Revolution.
Oh man, I'm sorry for Clark's 540 on this. I'm hoping he can make the full 720.
Always.
Wait,
go
did
for
I
the
get those
900.
angles wrong?
What's that?
I don't know.
You didn't shred the pipes as a kid?
I know I didn't.
Oh, you don't want to lie about that?
Man, you guys suck.
For Unfollow the Revolution, I'm Jack,
I'm prisoner designation UX 813121.
No, for real, you guys suck.
and we'll see you all next week.
Unfollow the Revolution was created and performed by David Gossett, Benjamin Mitchell, and David Nair. Produced by Rock Punch. Edited by Molly Rowland. Intro music by Alan Hanks. Voiceover by Jenny Wentley. We would like to thank our special guest this episode.
Taylor Roy is
Clarke Browne.
If you want to keep raging against the manifest, support the American Civil Liberties Union at aclu.org, because the best way to destroy tyranny in the future is to fight it in the present.